Hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to here MVG Productions here, and we are about to get underway with tonight's episode of Card Sharks Live here on the channel. So I'd like to give a big shout out to one of our own here at MVG, Mr. Chris Chambers, for tonight's opening poem. And as always, a reminder to the folks out there, if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, leave it either in the comment section down below or leave it in the live chat because I'll go back and check those and pick the good ones out and we'll read them online and give you guys a shout out here as always. So again, thank you for joining us here this evening. Let's get underway with some Card Sharks, shall we? Here we go. The ace is a rocket. The 2 is a duck. Come cut the cards and try your luck on Card Sharks. This is the game where a single turn of the cards could win someone $32,000 in cash. And now, here's your host of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Welcome in. Welcome into another fun edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be with us here today. And again, thanks to our own Chris Chambers for that wonderful opening poem here. So as we get underway with this episode here, we are bringing back here our returning interim champion here on the program, who had some tough time with the cards last week here, but he still managed to walk away with $1,000 in cash so far. Please welcome back Mr. Cedric Weatherspoon Jr.
Hello.
Cedric, glad to have you back here with us. Have you had some time to recover from those terrible, terrible cards last week?
Yeah, I had to sit in front of the mirror for a quick second. Like, how does how does a 3-2 come back to back like that? Like, really?
I know, right? That was just unfortunate way the cards fall last time. But hey, you're back here with us. You get another chance to play today and see if you can't make your stride toward 5 games, because of course you win 5 in a row. You automatically qualify for the Tournament of Champions, similar to our friend Aaron has, who's already qualified and been waiting in the wings for a few more players as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. But Cedric, remind the good folks at home a little bit about yourself.
I currently live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am a first lieutenant in the military, and when I'm not serving my country, you may find me doing security at ExxonMobil or working the news at WBRZ2.
Fantastic. Shout out to the good folks there in Baton Rouge. Good luck to you today on the program. And let's meet your first challenger of the day here, coming to us by way of Knoxville, Tennessee. Please welcome in Mr. Brandon Hinkle.
Hi, Squawks. Hi, everybody out there in YouTube.
Glad to have you back here with us, Brandon. From Knoxville, Tennessee. Remind us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, just like you said, I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm a guest ambassador at my worksite, Burger King. I love all game shows. Big fan of The Masked Singer. And I have a beautiful girlfriend named Carly Sharp. I love you, babe.
All right. Wonderful. And I'm not sure if I've ever asked you this, but what is your favorite game show? I like one that you really are passionate about.
Oh, that's easy. The Price is Right.
Okay, understandable. Let's see. The grandfather of a lot of them. Although some would say it'd be Wheel in America, some would say Jeopardy as well. But again, I think Price is Right has a longer lineage and history. But that's
exactly. I think it should be an America's game, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong by any means. It was one of the only game shows to actually survive the quiz scandals of the 50s because of the accuracy of how the game was played back then. But anyway, welcome to the program, sir. Good luck to you. Let's get right to it. Let's play some Card Sharks, shall we?
Reach out.
All right. You know how the game works, guys. You just work your way across your board here, calling if the next card is going to be higher or lower than the previous one. Of course, we play best 2 out of 3. Every game you win is going to pick you up $500. If you win 2 games, you move on to the money cards, and there is where you have the chance to win the big money, possibly $32,000. So let's get right to it and start round number 1 with our champion Cedric getting the first question of the day. So Cedric, We asked 100 dads, have you
Uh-oh.
ever replaced a dead pet with a look-alike to fool your kids? How many of those 100 dads said they have in fact replaced a dead pet with a look-alike just to try to fool their kids?
That a nickel for every time I heard that. Yeah, I'd say they really do a lot because they didn't want their kid to, cry and they lose their friend. So I would say, keep it good, 65.
65 out of 100 of them said they have in fact done that. Brandon, higher or lower than 65?
I think if I remember something like this, I think I remember seeing an episode of Mama's Family. I think it was called The Cat's Meow. And she had this cat freeze dried, So I think it's lower than that.
I say it's lower than that. All right, we shall see. Of course, if the answer is lower, Brandon will play his cards first. If not, Cedric will play his. The actual number of dads who replaced a dead pet with a look-alike to try to fool their kids is 38. It is much lower.
Oh, I thought it'd be higher.
Nope, more dads seem to be honest with their children. And you know what? I kind of respect that out of them. But all right. Brandon, you won the question, right? So that means you're going to control your cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card for this first game. You have a 4.
I'll keep that card and go higher, please.
All right. Going on higher than a 4. It's a king.
Lower, please.
Going on lower than a king. It's a 10.
A freeze, please.
All right. Going to freeze right there, keeping Cedric away from his cards. And we move on to question number 2 for this round. And this one goes to you, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 nurses, do you still clean your ears with a cotton swab? How many of those 100 nurses do, in fact, still clean their ears with a cotton swab?
I'll say about 54.
54 out of 100 of them said they do. Cedric, higher or lower than 54?
Yeah, with the cotton swab. I know most people use Q-tips too, so I'm going to say a little bit lower.
Well, I'll say Q-tips and cotton swabs are sort of the same thing.
Oh, okay. So, slightly higher then. Slightly.
You say slightly higher? Okay. Just want to make sure you had the right information there. Most doctors and nurses will tell you cleaning your ears with a cotton swab is actually the worst thing you can do because you could damage your ears. But we'll see how many of them actually take their own advice here. The actual number of nurses who, in fact, clean their ears with a cotton swab is 83 out of 100 of them do.
I am so glad I did not go lower.
Yeah, a lot of them still do. All right. Cedric, you can control your cards. Let's take a look at your opening base card. A jack.
All right, it's looking good. I'm going to keep it to go lower.
All right, lower than the jack. It's a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a 7 up the middle.
Freeze.
Freeze right there. All right. Make it already. These cards are already 100% better than they were last week. So we must have got the shuffler fixed and must have got Lucy away from it, whatever it was last time. But all right. We now go to question number 3 for this round. Back to you, Cedric. We asked 100 moms on this one. Do you currently have a picture on your phone that your kids wouldn't want to see? How many of those 100 moms said, in fact, they do have a picture on their phone that they don't want their kids to see?
That depends on the mother's a little nasty. That's the thing. Oh, okay. God. You know, it'd be that mom that'd be forgetful. But I'm going to say 42.
I say 42 out of 100 of them have a picture on their phone. Brandon, higher or lower than 42?
I think that might be higher than that.
Might be even higher than that. All right. Let's see how many nasties we have out here. The actual number of moms who currently have a picture on their phones that their kids wouldn't want to see is 28. It's not higher. It's actually much lower.
Oh.
That actually seems about right, I would think. I would think there's a few out there, but I'm like, it shouldn't be more than like half. But all right. Cedric, you've got control of the cards. You've got that 7 again.
I will change that 7.
All right, changing the base card because you won the question. We change it to a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's an 8 up the middle.
Oh, freeze. Oh,
Not a freeze. All right. Does not want to deal with the snowman right away, but all right. This means we go to our fourth and final question of this first round. Someone must win on this play of the cards, and the question goes to you, Brandon. Brandon, we've asked 100 Star Wars fans, have you ever tried to use the Force to move anything? How many of 100 Star Wars fans said they have tried to use the Force to move anything?
I'll say about 50.
50, right up the middle. All right. Cedric, higher or lower than 50?
Yeah, you make me work for it, huh?
Apparently.
You know what? Yeah, there's probably some people out there try to use the Force and make their boss choke on something, so I'm gonna say higher.
I'm going to say higher than that. Well, all right. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of Star Wars fans who said they have, in fact, tried to use the Force to move something is 71. It is much higher.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So, Cedric, you've got the option here, sir. You've got that 8. You could play your card, change it if you wanted to, needing just one card to win this first game of the match, or you can force Brandon to play his 10. He needs 2 cards. He cannot change it. So, option's yours.
I'm gonna play it and change the 8.
Okay, going to play it himself. All right, so let's change that 8. Hoping for a good card here. Your card is... Oh, no, another 8. Got to call it right. You win the first game of the match. Miss it, Brandon wins game 1.
Gave me a false sense of security. Well, I'm gonna go higher.
For the first game of the match, higher than an 8.
Come on.
It is an ace. He's got it. Very nice. Good job on the call there. It gives you $500 more. You're up to $1,500. And you've more importantly won the first game of the match. So we'll see if you can win one more here and make it to the money cards. So let's clear out the board. Deal out some fresh cards off the top of the deck. And we move on to round number 2 now. And in game 2, the challenger starts first this time. So Brandon, first question comes to you. Brandon, we asked 100 ministers, have you ever officiated a wedding where that was interrupted by somebody who said, I object? How many of 100 ministers said, in fact, they have in fact officiated a wedding that was interrupted by somebody who said, I object?
I think that's a low number. I'm thinking like maybe 20.
20 out of 100 of them, he says, have done so. Cedric, what do you think? Higher or lower than 20?
It's low, but I don't think it's low enough. But I think it might be slightly higher. Slightly higher.
Slightly higher than that? All right, let's see. The actual number of ministers who said they have, in fact, officiated a wedding where somebody said, I object, is 33. It is just slightly higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, one out of every 3. That's surprising here. All right.
No jealous lovers.
I guess. Yeah, somebody has to be the ruin all the fun. Maybe, I don't know. All right, Cedric, you've got control. Let's take a look at your base card for this second game. It's a 6.
I will change that card.
All right, changing the 6. He doesn't want to play it. Instead, he'll find a 7. A little bit worse there.
All right. Well, higher.
That's right. Higher than a 7. It's a king.
All right. Let's go lower.
Lower than a king. It's a 9 up the middle.
I'm going to freeze.
Got a freeze right there, keeping Brandon away from his cards. Good strategy to play. Move on to question number 2 now. Cedric, this one is for you.
Okay.
According to a recent survey done by MarketWatch, what % of people who buy pumpkin spice lattes are men? Again, according to a recent MarketWatch survey, what % of people who buy pumpkin spice lattes are men?
If it was women, I would have had an awesome guess on that one, but it's not. I don't know, brother. I don't know if dudes love pumpkin spice latte that much. So I'm gonna say 30%.
All right, 30% of them are men, is what he says. Brandon, higher or lower than 30%?
I thought it was like awfully equal. I think it's lower than that.
I think it's lower than that. Do either one of you drink pumpkin spice lattes?
Nope.
No, the only thing I drink is hot chocolate.
Hey, I'm a hot chocolate guy myself personally as well. I'm not super big on pumpkin. Like I said, like when the holidays come around, like they are now, you get everybody's like pumpkin pie. I'm like, no, I'm the one that goes after the sweet potato pie because that, for me, that's delicious. But yeah, teach their own.
I concur.
All right, the actual percentage of men, the actual percentage of men who buy pumpkin spice lattes, according to a research poll done by MarketWatch, is 47. It's not lower; it's actually slightly higher.
Almost 50%.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's almost even. Women still have the slight advantage there, but all right, surprisingly, I genuinely thought it was going to be lower than that. But all right. Cedric, you've got control of the cards once again. You've got that 9.
Change it. Please change. Change for good.
All right. The 9 goes away. In its place, we shall find a 6.
Slightly better. Higher.
All right, higher than 6. Oh, no. A 4. We lose that card there, giving Brandon a free chance to play his base card of a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. It's a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. Oh, no. 3 there. Don't make any progress there, so we cover those back up. And we move on to question number 3 this time. This one goes back to you, Brandon. Seamus, are we really reading this question today? We are? Okay. This is I know there's some people out here who enjoy this particular thing, but I'm not one of them. So, we've asked 100 people, Brandon, have you ever popped someone else's pimple? How many of those 100 people said they, in fact, have popped someone else's pimple?
I hope to pray that is a low number, about 10.
You say 10 of them have. All right. Cedric, higher or lower than 10?
First of all, Ayo.
I know, right?
Secondly, you know what? The way this world has been going, I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher than 10. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go higher. Some people are gross.
Well, I know there's channels devoted to that. I know there's the famous one, Dr. Pimple Popper, that has her own show on like Discovery or something like that. But me personally, I'll pop my own, what few that I have, but I don't want to pop anyone else's. Like, your body, your choice, right?
Especially if it shoots off like a rocket in your face.
No kidding. Anyway, the actual number of people who, in fact, have popped someone else's pimple is 36. It's actually higher. Nearly 1 out of every 3 people have done it. That's mildly disturbing, but nonetheless. Cedric, you've got control of the cards again. You've got that 6. What do you want to do?
Change that 6.
That makes sense. So away goes the 6 and out to play. We now find a 5. Slightly better.
Let's go higher.
Trying again. Higher than a 5. It's a 7.
You know what? It's for a match. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to take the chance.
For the game and the match and to retain the championship, if this is higher than a 7, it's a 10. He's got it.
Just get money. Brandon Hinkle, you're going, brother.
Well done, sir. Congratulations. $2,000 is yours. You're headed back to the money cards here in just a minute. Brandon, we got to say goodbye to you, sir. I wish it went a little bit better for you, but did you have fun with us?
I did.
You're not leaving out of here empty-handed. We have some nice parting gifts for you, along with this nice round of applause from our studio audience. Give it up for Brandon Hinkle, y'all.
Thanks, everybody. I'll be right back with the episode. Cedric, go get that money.
All right, Cedric, you got another $1,000, up to $2,000. You ready to go win some more money?
It's rematch time.
All right, let's do it. Let's go play the money cards. All right. Welcome to the Money Cards, man, Cedric. Here's how the game works. As you know, we'll start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. You work your way across the board, making bets, a minimum bets of $50 till you get to the second row, where we give you additional $400 and 3 more cards. And then once you get to the top row, the big bet, you must wager at least half of your winnings there. And of course, if you get stuck on any level, you can change your one card with one of the 3 cards on the side of the board. Now, if you can do a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win $32,000. And I really would like to see you make up for losing some of that money from last week there, on these money cards. But you ready to go for it?
Yeah, let's get it right. Let's hope these cards be good to me.
I know. Let's get see. Good luck to you all. Let's deal those cards out. Let's give you a fresh $200 right there, and hopefully these cards are going to work with you. Good luck. Your opening base card is a jack.
Okay. I can work with that. Let's go $100 lower.
All right, $100 lower than a jack. It's a 6. All right, up to $300 now.
Okay, I'm learning my lesson from last time. Let's change that 6 to number 1.
All right, changing with card number 1. Instead of a 6, you'll now play a 4.
Let's go $250 higher.
Big bet here, $250 if this is higher than a 4. Yes, it is another jack. You have $550 now.
Let's go $250 lower.
Same bet again, $250 lower than the jack. It's a 10. Very nice.
Yes, enough.
Yeah, $800 there. We move it up, give you another $400 there, up to $1,200 now on a 10.
Let's see here. Let's change that 10 with number 2.
All right, changing it with card number 2. So instead of the 10, you'll now play, an 8 up the middle.
I'll get rid of that one. Let's go $100 lower.
All right, $100 if this card is lower than the 8. No, it's a queen there. Cost you $100, but you got $1,100 still and a better card.
Let's go $550 lower.
All right, $550 if this card is lower than a queen. Yes, it is. $1,650 now to 5.
Do I dare? Yeah, you do. $1,000 higher.
Big bet on this one. $1,000 if this card is higher than a 5. Yes, it is. It's a king. $2,650. We move that king up. Would you like to change it?
You know what? Let's do it. The way this game's been going, let's go for it. I know it's crazy, but just I never seen an ace yet, so.
You want to change that king? Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, changing it. Last card you got up there. Big change here for you. Instead of the king, your big bet card is now a 4.
All in higher. Let's get it.
He's going for it. All right, I believe that would be $5,300, I think, if my math is right.
Yep.
For $5,300, if this card is higher than a 4. This is a 7. He's got it. Nicely done. $5,300 added to the $2,000 you had before. Grand total now $7,300. Well done, Cedric. Congratulations, friend. You are still the champion for now, and we're going to go ahead and pause for the cause and give ourselves a quick commercial break. When we come back, Cedric's got another opponent to play, and more Card Sharks is on the way right after this. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. A good game so far being played by our champion Cedric, who's now up to $7,300, and he is ready to take on his next opponent. So let's meet him now. Please welcome in Mr. Doug Trovinger.
Hello. Thank you.
Welcome back, Doug. Remind us a little bit about you once again.
So I am, excuse me. So Doug Trovinger, I am a small business owner. Live in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, about 25 miles east of downtown Nashville. Also a hockey player and a game show aficionado.
And what makes you an aficionado of game shows, in your opinion?
I think it's honestly the suspense, the thrill of the ups and downs, and just being able to actually apply it to to the business and to the job that I have to help adults, or in some cases middle school or high schoolers, learn.
Oh, I see. Almost hit. I think that's one thing that attracts us all. Just not only the fact that like these are regular, ordinary people every day that are out here trying to win cash and prizes, but again, we like to play along with the games too, and I think that's just how a lot of folks see it out here. But anyway, welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
Let's see. I believe you actually do have some previous winnings. Actually, no, you don't. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Actually, no, you do. You do, because you have picked up money earlier this season. You had $500. You had $500 previously with us here on the program. So let's see if you can add to that today. You ready?
Sure.
All right, let's get to it. Let's play some Card Sharks, guys. All right, game number 2 gets started here with the first question to our interim champion, Cedric. Cedric. Oh, it's another. We asked 100 dads again. Must talk to the same people on this one. We asked 100 dads. Does your wife get better presents on Mother's Day than you do on Father's Day? How many of those 100 dads said yes, in fact, that their wife does get better presents on Mother's Day than they do on Father's Day?
That depends if the kid loves the mom more than the dad on this one. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think most dads would probably get better gifts than the mom, but in this case, I would say 47.
47 out of 100 dads there say their mothers get better gifts on Mother's Day than they do on Father's Day. Doug, higher or lower than 47?
So I honestly think it would be higher, because I just think that the moms, if they don't get a nice gift, then they're going to be chasing their husband around the house with a frying pan.
I can see your logic there. That is very true there. All right. So let's see. If the answer is, of course, higher, you play your cards first. If not, Cedric will. The actual number of dads who believe that their wives get better presents on Mother's Day than they do on Father's Day is 82 of them. It is definitely way higher.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yep, ain't that the truth? All right, Doug, you've got control of your cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card. It's a 3.
I'd like to go higher, please.
Higher than 3. Oh no! It's another 3. Lose that base card there. Cedric, a free chance to play yours of a 5.
Higher?
Higher than a 5. It's a 7.
Free.
Just going to take the one card advantage this time over Doug as we move on to question number 2, which does go to our challenger, Doug. All right, Doug, we asked 100 flight attendants. Do you have any of those tiny little booze bottles at home? How many of those 100 flight attendants said they do, in fact, have those tiny booze bottles at home?
This is a tough one. I think there's going to be more. There would be more flight attendants than you think, because, you might, once you get in the air, you might have some tipsy passengers, and they forget them, but when they're deboarding and departing the plane, So I'm going to go ahead and say 48.
48 out of 100 of them have those tiny little booze bottles at home. All right, Cedric, what do you think? Higher or lower than 48?
Say higher, because I think there's a lot of flight attendants dealing with some unruly passengers, or God forbid they got to fly a Spirit Airlines flight. It's all.
All right, well,
This makes me feel all the better about wanting to get on a plane in the first place.
That's true. All right, let's see. The actual number of flight attendants who said they have those tiny booze bottles at home is 56. It is just slightly higher.
Yep. I know it's free booze. Did they take it? They don't see.
Yeah, like taking 1 or 2 doesn't hurt. It's when you take 20 is when you get caught. That's the problem. So,
Yes.
all right, Cedric, you've got
I didn't
control.
hear that from you, Scrugsy.
Yeah, you didn't hear that from me at all. And I said, and I know for a fact I've never done it because I've never stepped foot on a plane either. So I know it ain't me. All right, Cedric, you got control. You got that 7.
Change it.
Changing that base card. Okay, the 7 goes away. Now to play, we shall find a 6. Mildly
All right,
better.
let's go higher. Let's go higher.
Higher than the 6. Oh no, a 3. Caught you off guard there. Doug, a free chance to play your 3.
I hope it's higher, but not with another 3.
Let's see. Higher than 3. It's a 4.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 4. It's an ace.
I'll go lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 9.
I'm going to freeze.
Freezing there. Big advantage play there. Doug needing just one more card to win this first game of this matchup here. Question 3 now. We go back over here to Cedric. All right, Cedric. According to Match.com's annual survey that they do, what % of single people have ever had a friends with benefits relationship? Again, according to Match.com's annual survey, what % of single people have had a friends with benefits relationship?
59. No strings attached, just casual.
All right, 59 is what he says. Doug, higher or lower than 59?
I think people would probably be more committed than that. So I want to say lower.
You're going to say lower than that. All right, let's see. The actual percentage of people, according to Match.com's annual survey, who have ever had a friends with benefits relationship is 55. It is actually just slightly lower. It's just slightly lower. Cedric Yeah, Cedric almost spot on there with that one. And Doug, for that, you've got the control. You've got the 9.
I'd like to change it, please.
All right, you did win the question. You get to change the card. And instead of the 9, you'll now play a 6.
I'll go higher.
For the first game of the match, higher than a 6. Oh, no, it is a 5. Did not get that one there. Cedric, a free chance with your 6.
Higher. My goodness.
Higher than a 6. It's a king.
Lower than the king.
Lower than the king. It's a queen.
Lower than the queen. Come on.
For the first game of the match, lower than the queen. It's a 7. Yeah! He's got it.
Oh, baby.
Nicely done. Cedric picks up the first game. He's got another $500 there, up to $7,800. And we'll just see if Doug can catch up here as we clear the board and go to round number 2. Dealing the next cards off the top of the deck. So, Doug, this first question goes to you this time. Doug, we asked 100 women over the age of 22, do you still shop at Forever 21? How many of those 100 women over the age of 22 said that they still shop at Forever 21?
You know, it's just a brand, in my opinion. So I think that certainly a lot of ladies would probably shop there, but I'm going to say 69.
69 out of 100. Somewhere Mark Leota is very happy about your answer there. Cedric, higher or lower than 69?
I mean, most 22-year-old women would probably shop at Forever 21, but do they shop nowadays? It's probably a little bit lower. They probably shop somewhere else. Lululemon be for one.
A little bit lower than that. Let's see. The actual number of women over the age of 22 who still said they still shop at Forever 21 is 28. Is much lower.
Yeah, I figured.
It wasn't Forever 21. It was 28.
Yeah, in this case there. All right, Cedric, you've got control here, trying to win the game of the match. So hold on here. Let's see your base card. An 8.
Okay, who let Elsa shuffle my cards? Change it.
All right, changing out the 8. Instead, the 8 you'll play. An ace.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. It's a 2.
Higher.
Higher than the 2. A queen.
Lower the clean sweep.
For the clean sweep with a $1,000 bonus and the match. If this is lower than a queen, he's got it. Nicely done, Cedric. $500 for the game, $1,000 for the queen sweep across the board. You're up to $9,300. And you go back to the money cards here in just a minute. Doug, man came to play today. He was just a bulldozer in that second match there.
It wasn't Forever 21 in my odds.
No, not in this case here. But did you have a good time playing with us?
Certainly. Thank you for hosting, and good luck to you, Cedric. Get some money in the bonus round.
Yeah,
Here we
going
go.
to do it. So congratulations to you. Got some nice parting gifts. And hey, you still have $500 on the season so far, so maybe we'll get you some more money next time. Give it up for Doug Trovinger, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Good going.
All right, Cedric. Big time money there. $2,000 on that one. You ready to see if you can add some more to it?
Let's get it on.
All right, let's get to it. Let's play some more money cards. All right, Cedric, you know how this works. Again, if you manage to do a perfect double all the way to the top, $32,000 is what awaits you at the end. So good luck. Let's deal out those cards. Let's give them another $200 in brand new betting money. There it is. And let's take a look at that opening base card. It's a 3.
All in higher.
Going for it all. $200 higher than the 3. It's a 5. Double up to 4.
All in higher.
Going again. Doubling up for $800 if this is higher than a 5. It is a 9.
I'm going to change that 9
Okay. With
number 3. Number 3.
changing with number 3 instead of that 9, we will now play another 5.
All in higher.
Going for it. $1,600 if this is higher than a 5. Oh no, it is a 3. Tough break there, but hey, it's okay. We still got more money to give you, so we'll just move that 3 up to the next level. We'll give you another $400 and another great card.
All in higher.
Trying again. Double up, higher than a 3. Oh, it's another 3. It's a push. No win, no loss. But look at that
Have a
full
full
house
three.
on the board.
Yeah, that'd be lovely over playing poker.
Mm-hmm.
If another 3 shows up, I'm gonna be shocked. All in higher.
Come on, let's see if we can get there. No, higher than the 3. There it is. Doubled up. $800 now.
All right, let's change the 7 with number 2.
All right, changing the 7 out with card number 2, and instead the 7 will now play. Oh, another 7.
All right, I'm playing conservative here. $100 higher.
All right, $100 if this is higher than a 7. It is a jack. You have $900 as we move the jack up. Would you like to change it?
No, I'll keep the jack.
All right, you have $900. You must bet at least $450 on this one.
I'm going all in lower.
All right, for nothing at all, or $1,800 if this card is lower than a jack. It is! He's got it. Nicely done, sir. That is another $1,800 now, which brings you up to a grand total here on Card Sharks of $11,100. Not bad, sir. Well done. You did manage to save some of that money out of that one, but again, those 3s and 5s, did you know help at the beginning of this one?
I guess the money cards was playing Texas Hold'em while I was playing money cards.
Yeah, and that's the way it works out sometimes there. But hey, congratulations, sir. That is your 3rd win here. So again, if you can make it to the end of our next episode still as champion, you are going to be qualified for our Tournament of Champions coming up here at the end of the season, which we're on the back half of it now, so we're getting very close. But I think we still have at least a couple more months of this before we're there. So can we count on you coming back next week?
As long as we hold up with nothing, yes.
Right. Well, we'll look forward to having you back. And most importantly, at home out there in YouTube land, we look forward to having you back here with us for another edition here of Card Sharks. So, again, thanks to our regulars that are out there. We have John Justice, Robert Bishop. I see Tom Mann out there and Dylan Milford joining us here for our live stream. And also I see Amber as well. Good to see all of you there. Thank you for tuning in, as always, to our streams here. We appreciate having each and every one of you. And again, reminder, if you want to submit an opening poem for the show, just leave it here in the live chat, or you can leave it in the comments section below the video after the video gets posted onto YouTube. And always just remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and want to see other great game shows like this, check out the playlist that we have, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are shuffled once again and we will try to give away some more money, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, from all of us here at Card Sharks and here at MVG Productions. Say thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time. Till then, take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Sylva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.